calling our carb lovers. The World Bread Awards are happening this weekend in Las Vegas, and a bakery owner from right here in Connecticut is competing.
Here in studio with us right now, Michelle Nicholson, owner and founder of the Flower Girl Bakery and the Flower Girl Cafe.
Welcome.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
This is, so we've already been partaking. But let's just go back to, you just became the Flower Girl, that you were not a lifelong baker. It's not like you grew up with your grandmother doing this.
This is a new thing.
Your story is incredible.
It's been a really crazy couple years. Yeah, I just started baking about 3 years ago, and sourdough was what I was after. I wanted to learn how to make it.
Right before the pandemic, you did this.
Yes, it was before everyone else was baking sourdough.
Right, okay, now.
Put the asterisk on that, before everybody else.
Right.
Yeah.
So, now, because of demand, really, you started doing this on your front porch,
Yeah.
and then it almost like it had to grow into a business.
It did. There was no way we could have kept it in the situation it was in. We were baking out of my house. It was nuts. And then we started renting a church kitchen in town, and that worked great, but also not enough. And so we had a couple in town that purchased a abandoned building, and they were renovating it, and they came to me and said, "Do you want to put your bakery in the bottom floor?" And I said yes. So
That's amazing.
there we are.
And you're in Hebron.
We are, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so what is so incredible is, I was just asking about this, because a lot of us are maybe not
Gluten intolerant.
Right, so many of us were gluten intolerant. Maybe a lot of are finding troubles eating gluten if you're detoxing. They always say no gluten. But your bread is different, because sourdough is often okay unless you're an actual celiac. If you're just sensitive to gluten,
right,
then a lot of times people can eat your bread. And your bread has as much protein in it as an egg.
Correct, yes.
Didn't your mind just got blown with that, right?
Right, because we're all trying to get more protein. That's what all the fitness trainers want us to do. And so we're skimping on carbs and trying to whatever. And you're saying this amazing, by the way, mouth-watering cranberry walnut breakfast bread or anytime bread is as much protein as an egg.
It's delicious.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And it's healthy.
It's healthy.
No, it really is healthy. So tell us about the extraordinary process to make your bread, because it takes hours and hours and hours.
It does. It really takes days. I mean, the starter that I have is my original starter, so it's from 3 years ago. We feed it every day.
Like a pet.
Like a pet. We feed it with flour and water.
You started with grapes, you said.
Yes, I use wild grapes. There's a lot of ways to make starter. I started with wild grapes and then a mix of different flours. I did rye flour and spelt flour, and until it starts to ferment. And then once it's there, it just grows. So every day you feed it with flour and water, and it gets bigger. And then you put it in the bread, and the bread gets bigger, and off we go.
And then this is the end
and
result.
This is the results. Yeah.
So talk to us about the competition in Vegas, because you're taking specific bread to that competition.
Correct. Yeah. So we had to choose, of course, what we were going to enter, and we have to bring this bread with us pre-baked, essentially in a carry-on, to get to Vegas, because we can't bake it there, because, like you said, it takes hours and hours to make.
Oh my God.
Don't let the TSA take your bread.
I know. We're gonna have to bring documentation. So we had to pick what we were gonna bring, and we selected our classic sourdough, which is this one right here.
Yeah.
This loaf of bread is just the main, bread and butter one that we have. This is one of our more popular breads. And then the other one that I'm bringing is actually one of my newer breads, but I love it. It's called Scarborough Fare. It is a roasted garlic bread, so we bake roasted garlic into the dough, and then we layer it with parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, just like the song.
Oh my gosh.
And you can see it layered right through the bread.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And you can see the layers also. We're running out of
That's
time, but the cranberry ones, I want to show people, you can see the craisins, they're so big.
Yes.
So the only place we can get this right now is the Flower Girl Bakery and Cafe. It's at 12 and 14 Main Street in Hebron. We haven't figured out a way for us to just ship it yet.
Not yet.
But it does freeze well, so you could go there and put it in your freezer, and you can get more information at theflowergirlct.com.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Good luck with the competition. We can't wait to hear how it goes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for coming in. Oh my gosh, you have to go check out the cafe and bakery.
I think I need to go this weekend and stock up.
Yeah.
All right.
Just don't come Sunday, because we'll be in Vegas.